What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and today I'm going to do a drawing, well complete a drawing of King Black Bolt. Now for those who don't know who Black Bolt is, he is from Marvel Comics. He is part of a group called the Inhumans. He's actually the king of the Inhumans. His powers are, he's flight, super strength, durability, so forth, so on. But his special ability is the ability to, with a scream, what they call a quasi-sonic. Quasi simply means, false or not quite. A sonic means speed of sound. A sonic scream. I mean, the speed of sound is 768 miles per hour, 1100 feet per second. Break the sound and all that. And he is very powerful. Very, very. He's actually one of my favorite. He's actually my top 10 favorite all time of characters. Like he's actually, I would say he's number 6. Like he's up there. I just love his love his look. His character, the way he's drawn, his design, his powers. Like it's just cool. Just the idea of. The thing is with Black Bolt is, for those who don't know, also he can't make a sound. And what I mean by that is literally Black Bolt cannot make a sound. For if he does make any, like, he can't snore, he can't do, like, if he has sniffles, he gotta, like, he can't blow his nose, he can't burp, he can't cough, none of that. If he does, like, the slightest whisper, any noise that comes out of his body, out of his mouth, is enough to make an earthquake. Like, there's been shown where he will actually whisper out words and it will start an earthquake. Like, that's how powerful he is. He can't speak. Like, he can't. He communicates telepathically. He has the ability to communicate telepathically. He needs to, because, like I said, he can't make a sound. And he's gone through mental training to keep himself from doing this. Like, he's been in fights, and he kept quiet, so to speak. Shoot, he'd be great for an accomplice. If you ever do a crime, he'd be real great to tell his secrets to. Since he can't tell your secrets, he can't talk his secrets out. Yeah. But his design is very simple, but it's very recognizable. He's simply all black. Black Bolt. And his outfit is pretty much like all black. And depending on who's drawing it, it could be solid black or it could be like a metallic black. You know, but it's all black with like a lightning bolt design going up his chest, his pectoral muscles. Actually, it's very simple design. Like I said, it's very simple, but it's very effective. And it's actually going to be a very simple drawing because since he's Black Bolt, he doesn't require a lot. At least in my opinion. When you're drawing him, you know, you don't need really a lot. Unless you want to do something different with him. He is powerful. I remember like some time ago when they come up with the other Marvel movies they're gonna come out with soon. I remember it was rumors saying that he was gonna make an Inhumans movie. I was so hyped. I was like, oh, I hope they make an Inhumans movie because I want to see Black Bolt in the Infinity Wars go up against Thanos. I want to see that. Like that'd be just like crazy CGI to see that, to see Thanos go up against Black Bolt and just watch what happens. Just watch the action that goes on when Black Bolt lets out his scream and stuff, his powers loose. You can just see the scale of damage that Black Bolt can produce. But I think they stopped it and said that, that they just gonna make like a Netflix series. I was so mad when I found it out they're gonna like just do Netflix. Like, come on, man! Like, Black Bolt is a powerful enough character that you need to have him on a big screen. Like, his powers are such large scale, you need to have him on there. I mean, you can have Thor on there who deals with lightning and super strength and all that stuff, and he did all these powerful characters. You had the Phoenix on there, like you could put Black Bolt, display his powers on a large screen and just like just let him go at it. But to no avail, no dice. They weren't having it. I hope they change their mind. Cause I haven't seen any commercials for the Inhumans. I just see like articles and hear rumors, but I haven't seen anything yet. So I'm hoping that like whoever is the head of that be negotiating say, okay, now we're gonna do a movie about this, like just to be cool to show this. I hope they do that. Cause I want to see Black Bolt go up against Thanos, like the Infinity War, like everybody in the Infinity Wars, all these characters, and like to not have Black Bolt, you gotta have him on there, man. I want to see Black Bolt. Excuse me. This actually gonna be very simple drawing. I'm not gonna do nothing too major. It's actually just all black and white. They'll go with the theme. I'm gonna add some color to it. It's fan blowing. It's very simple. But I would put him like number 6. Like he's powerful, but very underrated. Like, he doesn't get a lot of shine like the other Marvel characters do. Like, you don't hear a lot about Black Bolt. You really don't. You don't hear a lot about him. You just, when it comes to all the heroes and all the powers that we read about and we hear about, like, rarely does Black Bolt get mentioned. Rarely does he get mentioned. You know, Black Bolt hardly ever gets mentioned. I always ask the question, like, how come Black Bolt rarely gets mentioned? Like, do people know what kind of power he has? Like, if he would have ever showed his powers on the screen, like, do you know the reaction you would get in the movies if they show a scene where Black Bolt just decides to whisper, forget scream, just whisper, and just you see the scale of damage? Do you know the reaction you would get in the movie theaters? Like, do you know what happened? Do you know what these fans will say when they see, like, you know what the fans would say when they see Black Bolt cut loose and just unleash? Now, like I said, the other characters, of the Inhumans, you know, they alright, but you know, the only other character that from the Inhumans that I actually like is Karnak, and the dog, what's his name, Lockjaw. I like those, but like Medusa with the hair, I mean Queen Medusa, Black Bolt's wife, she cool, you know, and the other characters, but Black Bolt is the one I want to see. I want to see Black Bolt get a chance to go on the big screen and just wreck stuff, do damage. Ouch, ouch. Yeah, this actually gonna be a quick one. This ain't gonna be nothing too heavy. We just go ahead and just like, I'm serious. Like, I hope they don't put the Inhumans on Netflix. Like, man, I understand it because there aren't many well-known characters like that on the Inhumans. Like I said, other than Dog, other than Lockjaw and Black Bolt and Medusa, you don't really know the other characters unless you're into them. Unless you're into them, you're not gonna really know them. The average fan is not gonna pick out, you know, Karnak. It's not. They're not. The average fan is not gonna pick out. Um, I forgot the name. That's the point. The average fan is not gonna pick them out. The average fan knows Thor. They know Iron Man. The average fan, the common fan who aren't comic book fans, they just like movies and like action. They could pick out those characters. Not many can pick out the other characters from the Inhumans and say, "Oh, that's so and so. Oh, yeah, his powers or her powers are like this. Oh no, they did this wrong." No, you need. I understand it with the business of comic book movies. You need to find a way to get the common fan in. And the way you get the common fan in is you put characters in there that are more popular than others, and you give them a larger role than they probably would have normally had in the actual comics. That's how you do it. Rogue did not have that big of a impact on X-Men, neither did Mystique. But a blue chick that shapeshift, it's cool to see on CGI. You just give them a bigger role. But almost done. Making this real simple. It's actually probably my quickest one of my quickest videos. Like I said, the character quite simple to draw. Quite simple. But he is an example of less is more. You don't need to do a whole lot to him to really get the look down. But his look is very, very distinctive. Like, you can't miss the lightning bolts here. You can't miss that. You can't miss that. And you can't miss this tuning fork right here. You can't miss that. That's it's very obvious with him. You know. And his look is simple, but it's very powerful. King, you can call him King Black Bolt or Black Bolt. King Black Bolt is very simple, 3 syllables, very powerful. His powers are very, very noticeable. His look is simple, but is very identifiable. So he would work well in the movies. Like if you were to do a scene on him for Marvel, and he comes in, in his scene, you play some, war music or something like that, and you say, "Oh, it's King Black Bolt," and just pan up to his face, and you can he gives off the image of someone who's quiet but powerful. Like he's very quiet, but you know power when you see it. Like you know, okay, he don't say much, but he ain't the type of person that you want to mess with. That's how Black Bolt is. He's very powerful, but he seems very quiet. But he gives the quiet but don't mess with me type of vibe to him. Like you don't want no problems with me for real. Like there's a reason why don't nobody really want war with me. Like that type of stuff. You know? He's a very good example of use your words wisely. Like that's what I get from him. He's the kind of character I'm like, okay, use your words wisely. Like he can speak, but when he speaks, it's it'll never be the same once you hear him speak. Once he speaks, you're gonna realize, okay,